Hey y'all, I know I told y'all I was not coming back on here today, but I forgot I had to do this story, right? This story I found out last week, and I wanted to do this story, and I did not get a chance to do the story. So I'm mad at myself, and I say, hey, you better do this story because you might say somebody's like, Ryan, real quick, Ryan, run. For some odd reason, I feel like Gypsy hasn't really learned her lesson. She just learned how to be cute and vocal, okay? But the way that the family now personally y'all, and I'm not gonna lie to you, if y'all know the story, I'm just jumping into it. If y'all know the story of the Gypsy Rose, I think it might be a Louisiana thing. Oh no, to some people I think it's a Louisiana thing. Some people really don't know common sense, okay? And listening to her father, I don't see a mature guy. I see a compassionate guy, but I don't see a very mature guy. All right. But as I'm sitting here watching, and I had to watch some of the old Gypsy. Of course, I watched the HBO special. The special was funny. Okay. The special was funny. I watched the the Gypsy. Um, they did like I think a 5 year anniversary of her mom passing away. And then they had the acts on Hulu. Okay. So I was like, okay, so wait. So when I watched it, I was like, damn, why they got that little girl being conniving, right? That little girl been conniving for a very long time. She knew how to get away and all that stuff. But Ryan, for some odd reason, if you don't block this woman and her family, you're gonna be a Dee Dee Blanche out here. And nobody's not going to sit here and say, oh, but he's a big guy. And no. You know who her baby daddy is? The new guy? He's a crackhead. Y'all can't tell me he's not a crackhead. And Dee Dee looks, not Dee Dee, but Gypsy looked like she like weak men. Men that don't think for themselves. For crying out loud. And something about her stepmother gives me creepy vibes. Like they always planted Ryan to be the guy that she gets out and she makes big headlines with. She says she's romantically linked to. She looks like the puppet maker for some odd reason. But that boyfriend of hers don't seem normal to me. Personally, it just don't seem normal to me. And I could be very much wrong. But Ryan, you need to run. You don't even need to have any contact with her, like you said, because she seems like the type that she will, when the money goes bad, or right now she has a little money, but seems like she got like a voodoo, or. And be honest with you, be careful who you mingle with. Be careful who you have sex with. And I'm gonna tell you something. When Dee Dee's grandfather talked about Dee Dee's mother, is it? Yeah, Dee Dee's mother. How Dee Dee's mother was worshiping, they believe in roots and stuff like that. And he basically had to leave her because Dee Dee's mother used to do some wicked stuff that carried on to Dee Dee. And then I feel like it carried on to Gypsy. Okay, there's a certain curse that can't be broken. And for some odd reason, and y'all might be saying, this girl's talking out her ass. No, you need to run. When I saw that documentary, I just recently saw it, and the man basically said, that, she was wicked, she was evil, she was mean. Even the dad was like, there's some things she did wasn't right. Now, I know I seen it, and most likely you saw it. And then you still got married to her, knowing what kind of stuff that is like passed down to her. No, Gypsy is not a good person. There's nothing sweet about Gypsy. She's a monster and she will do it again. And why not do it with somebody that she know got life insurance? And she's still legally married. I'm, accidents happen. You probably need to run away. Don't text her. Don't listen to how much she missed you. And don't do none of that. Run away. Change address. Change school system. Make sure that woman don't know where you are. She's dangerous. And y'all, a lot of people don't realize how dangerous some people can really be. But when I saw how she talked about, she's still a childlike mind. She talked about how Ken liked how his women were. And then one day she dyed her hair blonde. And one of them was he liked his women blonde. When women do that, it's a motive. We don't like the fact that we have to mold into what a woman or man wants. This man said he missed you. So to enhance, y'all, this is a nasty story, like a nasty story. Like the mother called Gypsy and said, "Hey, Kent really miss you, and he wanted me to let you know he missed you." And then she suddenly got up and said, "Okay, let me leave my husband." Ryan, that family played you because you had a better look in society. I can tell you that he's chasing after an 8 ball and a hit right now. He looks like it. And Gypsy likes it because he can manipulate him like she did Nick. Some of us, we know when men aren't bright enough. We know. Genuinely, we women, we know when a man ain't bright in the head. Like, some women, they find out with the conversation. Some women, we find out with the man, come. But eventually we know that, this man he don't got it all there. But to me, I feel like her parents said, hey, we need her to get as many deals as possible, but we need the man to look like an everyday Joe. They played you. Now, do I feel like the dad played you? Probably not, because the dad he's an airhead too. He's an airhead. Just how he described the whole Gypsy and how he wasn't in her life, getting me, he was an airhead always. And most likely, he probably wasn't in Gypsy life because of his wife. Not because he didn't love her. It was just the wife was more intimidated with Gypsy than anything. When he found out Gypsy was in a wheelchair, she just, oh no. But Ryan, run. That's the end of what I need to say. Run, Ryan. Run fast. Don't look back. Okay. And why y'all not doing a documentary of Nick? I want to see what Nick is doing in jail. I really do. I want to know what Nick is doing. Like, can y'all get a camera crew to see what Nick's doing out there? I want to know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Can y'all record the family and see how well they're doing? Because I think Nick out there, be honest with you, I think somebody probably heard his story and they took him under his wing. Okay. I don't think Nick out there, Nick is probably somewhere in the yard picking up rocks, you know, picking up rocks. Probably in the cafeteria. Somebody's like, yo, Nick, get the dishes done. Somebody, I don't think they threw him to the wolves. Nick is not on his own. No, Nick probably got the best commissary thing. He probably everybody likes Nick, and I wish the best for him in prison because I felt like again she knew he wasn't straight. What man travels on a Greyhound bus meet somebody at the movie theater? She knew it wasn't right. She knew it wasn't right. The mama knew it wasn't right. Like, well, why you here, Ike? Why you here? But yeah, I would like to see Nick. Like, can we see Nick? Like, see where his whereabouts, where his mental health is? Because he got to have some type of mental health. Like, why are we just shutting him off and saying hello to Gypsy? I'm just being honest. Like, why we're not looking at what Nick is doing and how Nick is surviving because he got blindsided. Even though he did the act, he actually got blindsided. You know, I when I watched that show and I watched the scene, I definitely feel like they got their motivation from Pinky and the Brain. They was watching an episode of Pinky and the Brain, and you know, and Gypsy was Pinky, and was it? No, Nick was Pinky, and Gypsy was the Brain, and it didn't fall through. It fell through. But yeah, I like I said, Ryan, run. Don't communicate with her. Don't tell us. Don't tell her. Don't say any moves. Don't do anything. Get your divorce. Get you some security because that man over there, he ain't right. He got like a little drug habit. I can just look at him. Okay, I watched too much Breaking Bad. That's a big thing, right? I watched too much Breaking Bad to not see an addict when I see one. And Gypsy seems like she will buy love. She'll pay for love from any bad person, and I feel like you was genuinely stable, and it bored her. And be honest with you, the women that it takes women a lot to come near. I don't think Ryan is a bad looking guy. He is a nice guy that looks like he like his dinner on the table at 6 o'clock, sit at a table with a woman. He wants to have a little small conversation about politics, his friends, or what goes on in his day to day life. He wants to get a handy and he wants to go to bed. That and y'all, when y'all look at that, like that shit looks and he pays the bills. He don't cheat. Ryan don't look like the type to cheat. It looks like it takes too much of his time. So y'all, that looks y'all single ladies, y'all should chase it out there, Ryan. Like Gypsy who? Ryan, you should have a Baquisha right now. I mean just saying. Just saying. You probably need to go look somewhere else at the beauty stuff. I'm just saying, Ryan, you might like it. And they might like it too. They be like, hold up, you pay the bills. You pay the bills. You don't argue. You don't want to be on these streets. Boy, stop. You don't own a pair of Jordans. Boy, stop. Come here. My phone number is. I'm serious. Y'all better take advantage. Ryan is out here ready to mingle. Y'all ladies, Ryan, you gotta think outside the box. You can't go to Gypsy. Gypsy didn't appreciate you. She wanted the crackhead. I said what I said. Okay. Well, I'll talk to y'all beautiful people later. Night night.